would be on the multiple choice part. You'd want to either be able to identify the picture of the graph, where the vertical asymptote is, where the intercepts are, that kind of thing. Yep. 37, sure. So first thing you want to do is isolate the log. Well, maybe change this to y first. So this would be y equals negative log base 2x plus 5. I got to move the 5 and get rid of the negative 1. So I could get y minus 5 equals negative log base 2 of x. And then again, before I can get it into exponential, the negative's got to come off. So if I divide or multiply by negative 1, I get negative y plus 5 equals log base 2 of x. Then the 2 is going to pick this guy up, so I'd get 2 to the negative y plus 5 equals x. So if I'm picking from a choice of multiple choice, the first thing I would look for is where's the vertical asymptote? The vertical asymptote would be x equals 0, so that you know already. They're never in class. You'd know that there's a vertical asymptote at 0. That could help you identify your graph. If you understand your transformations, the negative on the front flips it upside down. So a graph that would normally look like this is going to look like this, right? And the up 5 means it. I did draw something there. Just wait for it. And the plus 5 would shift it up 5. So it may be, and hopefully it is, if you just understand where your asymptotes are and what the graph looks like, you should be able to pick from your multiple choice. But obviously, if the question was, where's your intercept, you would want to be able to find your intercept. I would say I don't want you to spend the time plugging in all the points. That would be a waste of time in my opinion. I think you'll be able to spot it from those pieces of information. But if you are unsure, you get all the way through your test and you want to go back and plug your points in, then obviously go for it. Plug your points in and make sure you pick the right graph. But from my perspective, if you know where the vertical asymptote is and you can around about know what your graph looks like with transformations and that kind of stuff, it should be enough for you to be able to pick it out. But if I wanted to find the intercept, I plugged the 0 in for the y. So 2 negative 0 plus 5 would equal x. And I'd get 2 to the 5th equals x, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times, 32, right? Yeah. So it'd be all the way up over there and to be upside down. So it'd be like that. Why aren't you working? There. Any other? Yeah.
How much of the test is multiple choice?
All but 4 questions. So 16 questions are multiple choice. Any other questions on the other graph? Yeah.
For this one, isn't the vertical asymptote going to be negative 5 though?
No. It's only what's inside the parentheses.
Okay. So nothing's inside the parentheses, so it's 0?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. It's based on the horizontal shift because it's a vertical asymptote, so it moves left, right. So this one would be x equals negative 2. But if it's not in parentheses, if there's nothing there, then x equals 0 is your vertical asymptote. Yeah. Okay, how about 3-3? Any questions from, and I told you to skip this, from 51, 54, or 68 through 78? Any questions on those? Yeah. 76. So now we're condensing, right? Everything that has a number on the front, that would become an exponent. So the 5 becomes the exponent. The 3 becomes an exponent. So if I start there, I get ln of x minus 2 to the 5th minus ln of x plus 2 minus ln of x to the 3rd. And then anything that has a negative, no matter what the order is, anything that has a negative is going to go to the bottom of the fraction. Anything that's positive goes to the top. So this is technically a positive ln. So my ln is going to go here, and the x minus 2 to the 5th goes in the top. This then has a minus, so this guy's going in the bottom, x plus 2. And this has a minus, so this is also going in the bottom. So it would look like that. And the order can be switched, like the x to the 3rd can go in the front. But anything with a minus goes to the bottom, no matter what the order is.
Will we have to simplify the bottom?
No.
Like the sheet?
No, and it'll be multiple choice, so you'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Be careful, I would just say, with like picking multiple choice, like one little number, one little variable changes the whole thing. Yeah.
Can you do number 54?
54 said, so this would be, okay. It just wants you to evaluate using the change of base, right? So 28, let's say 28 over 100, I would put it as fraction. And then simplify it, so like 14 over 50, 7 over 25. Right? Yeah. So I'd get log base 3. Did I do that right? I'm not smart. Change of base formula. Meaning
The
log
log.
of 0.28 over log of 3. And then if it asks for common, that's common log. Natural log, ln 0.28 over ln 3. And then you just type in your calculator.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 78. Yep. Okay. So this 3 is on all of these, which means it's going to be the exponent to each of the terms inside, right? So this 3 would technically get bumped to the end here, but then also get distributed to both the ln's inside, which means it would be ln x to the third minus 2 ln x squared plus 1 to the third. That whole thing gets the third. Then the 2 here also gets bumped back. So I have ln x to the third minus ln x squared plus 1 to the sixth. This is still here, plus ln 5 squared. Everything with a plus goes in the top, everything with a minus goes in the bottom. So the x to the third is in the top, the 5 squared, which is 25, is in the top, and then in the bottom is your x squared plus 1 to the sixth. And then it would just get rewritten with the constant at the front. Yep.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Sure. Any other questions from this page? Gracie. 77. Okay. 1/3 the exponent on this guy. So I get ln of 3 plus ln 4 minus x squared to the 1/3 minus ln of x. Anything with a plus goes in the top. Anything with a minus goes in the bottom. So ln's on the front. 3's in the top. X minus x squared to the 1/3 is in the top. And x is in the bottom. You also might see that 1/3 rewritten as a cube root. So you'll see it one way or the other because it's multiple choice. It will be one way or that other. But just know that those are the same thing. Yep. Could be this way. Could be this way. All right, how about 3, 4? Questions on these?
Could you do 101?
Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all, calculator part, because it's got the E, right? I know it's exponential, and I know I'll never be able to change another base to be E. So I know I'm going to have to bring in the ln at this point, at some point in this one, but I have to isolate the E first. So I'm going to add the 1. I get 2 to the E, or 2 times E to the x minus 3 equals 5. Then I want to divide both sides by 2, because I want to isolate that E. X minus 3 equals, and I'm going to keep it as 5 halves. And then we ln both sides of the equation. ln of E cancels out. I get just x minus 3 equals ln of 5 over 2. And then I'm going to add the 3. And then in the calculator, you're going to do that whole thing. ln of 5 over 2, and then add 3 to it. And I get 3.916. And these are not the ones you have to check because they didn't start with a log. Anything that starts with a log is the ones you have to check. Any other questions from 3, 4? Yep. Okay, so there's more than one log or ln on one side. I got to condense it first. Subtraction becomes division. And then there's only one side with the ln, so I'm going to convert it to exponential. So ln becomes log base E of x over 5 equals 2. And then E picks up the 2, drops off, equals x over 5. And then the last thing I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 5. So E squared is that 7.389 times 5, and x equals 36.945. And then these we check. If I take 36 and plug it back into the x, does what's next to the ln stay positive? The answer is yes, so I get to keep it. Other questions?
How would you check 104?
104, you don't need to.
You don't need to.
No, because it's not log.
Okay.
The 104 one will have you'll cancel out a solution if one of your answers was negative and you go to ln. Like when you get e to the x. So like if we factor it out, right, you get e. These are both positive. -4. Right? Then we solve it. E to the x equals 4. E to the x equals 2. And then when you go to ln, both sides, this is x equals ln of 4, which works. And then x equals ln 2, which is fine. You'll keep both answers. If you factor and one of these answers ends up being negative and you go to ln a negative, that's when your calculator will yell at you. That's when you'll rule out an answer there. But those you don't have to check because it didn't start physically with the word log or ln. So like if this was like all the questions on your test, anything that said solve, I would go, okay, 88 has log, 89 has log, 93 has ln, which is a log. 105 has a log, 107 has a log, and 111 has a log. And I would know to check all those answers. Anything that starts exponential, you don't have to. Yep, sure. Yeah.
Can you scroll down so I can see the next one?
Which one? The
Number.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, wait, 90. Oh, there. Okay. 93 says ln of x minus 1 equals 2. So there's only one ln. I have to convert this to exponential. I rewrite ln as log base e x minus 1 equals 2. And then the e picks up the 2. E to the second equals x minus 1. And then I add the 1. And x equals e to the second plus 1. E to the second is at 7.389. Add the 1 and it's 8.389. And then it started ln, which is a log, so we have to check. If I take and plug that back in, 8 plus 389 plus 1 is going to be bigger than 0. So I get to keep that answer. Yep.
How do you know when to change ln to log base of e?
If it is by itself and not on, if it's on both sides of the equal sign, you just get rid of ln. But if you only have one ln, and it's a solving, you have to convert it to log base e. Yeah. We're good?
This one is
Yeah.
So you plug it back into the parentheses.
Correct. Really just seeing if I plug that value in here. So like it's 8.39. 8.39389 minus 1 is 7.389. As long as that number is bigger than 0, I keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. If that was like x minus 9, now it's a problem and I can't keep it. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah.
And if it is 0?
If it is 0, you can't keep it either because you can't find the log of 0 and you can't find the log of a negative number. Has to be bigger than 0.
And those types of questions would be on the calculator part?
They're mixed. Yep, because if it's an ln one where you have to do e to a power, it's calculator. But if that said log base 2, you could do it without a calculator. So it's both parts. Yeah,
If x is 1 and you like plug it in,
you can't
so
keep it.
1 minus 1 is
It would be 0 and you can't keep it. Yep. If you literally tried it on your calculator, like log of 0, it's going to give you an error.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you may not have the calculator for that one. We're good? Okay. Right, so 7 squared is 49. 5 to the 2x. There's no way to make these have the same denominator, so we ln both sides. ln of 49. ln of 5 to the 2x. ln of 49 would equal the 2x bumps to the front. 2x times ln of 5. And then you can divide that in parts if you want, or you could literally divide by everything but the x at the same time. So I could divide both sides by 2 ln 5. And I get x equals ln of 49. Battery's dying. ln 49 divided by 2 ln 5. And you get 1.2090. So 1.209. All right, so first we condense. Log 2 would be raised to the third power, plus log 5 would be raised to the second power, minus log 20. The plus goes in the top, so it would be 2 to the third times 5 to the second over 20. 2 to the third is 8 times 25 over 20, and then you could reduce this any way you want, but 8 times 25 is like having 4 quarters, right? 200 over 20, and that's log 10. What's the base on log? 10. So log base 10 of 10 is 1.